Alright, welcome back. We're back in the Minecraft and we're on episode 10, so this is the base tour special. We're going to start at the entrance, which probably hasn't been, I think it's probably been at least like, what, episode 2 since we've been up here? Yeah. Made some minor changes. I kind of pushed this wall back a bit so the stairs lined up and pushed this wall back a bit, and yeah. Up here we have the door. Of course, I don't go out. This is just for letting in wandering traders. And that's mob trap number 1. So I can kind of like trap mobs in here. If I know there is a cow and a sheep around, they just haven't wandered into the mob trap, so oh well. Yeah, and I've got, of course, these oak fences here, because when I go AFK, I bring up my leads just in case. So I can, if I hear like the cow or the sheep drop in, I can, pull them out and lead them there and close up the mob trap again. Down here, of course, is where I did the original zombie villager curing. Yeah, I did drag the witch in the boat over here and got the zombie villagers cured. I have boarded this up. I've kind of like sealed this off and all that. I took some of the dirt that was around here and then just kind of like replaced it with stone and cobblestone. And this wall I flattened out. Let's see. Up top, I don't think I've ever showed this area. Shown? Shown? I guess either one's fine. Back here, this is just a little noodle. It just like dead ends right over there. There's not really anything to it. But this right here is a staircase that I made all the way to the top of the mountain. And up here is where mob trap number 2 is located. I'm still waiting. There's actually 2 frogs that are very, very close to the mob trap, and I have not like had the chance to come like AFK up here and try and trap them. I've only gotten the 1 frog so far. Yeah, you can probably hear one of them. It's real close. But yeah, the idea is, like that, and I can knock out the dirt blocks. But yeah, so far no luck with getting those frogs in here. But yeah, let's head back down. I eventually do need to replace this with actual stairs because going up is just a pain. I guess I could like temporarily turn on like auto jump, but I don't know. It feels weird to use an auto jump. This is the original infinite water source. And down here is the staircase. The staircase has moved several times. It's kind of been like rejiggered and moved around a few times. This tunnel is the one that leads to the beach. So this one leads to this beach over here. This is where I get sand. This is like kind of underground. This is how much I've knocked out and replaced like the ceiling with like sandstone and like dirt and cobblestone and whatnot. But yeah, I've knocked out quite a bit of sand in there. I do still need more. I need a lot more sand. I probably need to get like another 10 stacks of sand. And yeah, this area right here, this platform specifically has been moved a couple times. I eventually just got tired of like how weird the staircase was, because originally like it came down and then it went straight for a bit and then went down again, and then it was like, I want to say it was like past here that it then came back and went down again, but just to get around the water. But I was like, you know what, I've got enough blocks, I can just block off the water and whatnot. I might as well now. And so I just straightened out the staircases. I turned this one into, rather than having it like go up, then go flat, then go up again, then go flat, and all that, I just made it straight and then where they met, I flattened it out and I covered everything else with stone, and I filled everything else with stone. So I want to say it was like probably right around here. It went straight for like 30 blocks and then came back up, and I filled that entire area back in with stone again. Stone or cobblestone, one of the two. South tunnel here. This is the one that goes all the way to Fortress number 1, or Stronghold number 1, which is like right here-ish. And like maybe down another 30 blocks, something like that. This tunnel was, when I was looking for Stronghold number 1, I passed it. And then I threw another Eye of Ender, and it went backwards, and I was like, oh, okay, I went past it. So I dug a bunch of little like tunnels down and up and down and up and trying to find it. And I think this is the staircase. This is a staircase that connects to it. This one is a tunnel to 0-0. That's when I was looking for warm ocean biomes. I tunneled over to 0-0, and I went here, and then I went back and went down and all that. And yeah, it was just because I figured it, because I spawned off of 0-0, I knew 0-0 must have been ocean. So yeah, I figured I'd try looking for warm ocean there, but nah, it's still cold ocean and deep cold ocean. And this is the path that goes like all the way down here and goes down to here and goes over the warm ocean over here where we finally found it. North Tunnel was originally the iron strip mine. Let me zoom in. You can see right here, this is the iron strip mine, and like all those little spots are either where I found iron or where I found dirt. Like the big ones are just where I found dirt, and you know, I went and gathered that. But yeah, all the little like notches and things like that, it's just where I found either iron or copper or coal. I had originally made this like all the way out to here because I expected to have to mine out like all of this to get all the iron I needed for my iron farm to get that set up, because I needed like, I think it's like 15 hoppers and like 2 crafters and things like that, so I figured I needed way more iron, but I managed to get quite a bit. And this tunnel leads to Stronghold number 2, which is like over here somewhere. Yeah, like probably right in that area. Again, probably down another 30 or so blocks. Yeah, I think that's it for these tunnels. Some of them do have like little notches and cutouts, you know, where I dug out some resources and whatnot, but nothing major there. The staircase goes down to the front entrance of the base, which is right here, and it also continues down to the mines right here. But we'll get back to the mines. Let's go to the front entrance. If you remember, this originally went back like probably about 30 blocks this way or so to, well, let's say 25-ish blocks to connect to this noodle, which then came around and connected to the cave right around here. But I of course flattened all this out and made a little tunnel entrance, which goes into the entrance right here. And this was the first amethyst geode I found, which I did clear out. I just haven't really used a lot of amethyst in the build, so I haven't really needed to harvest more, so they're all like fully grown. And this was the original staircase here, which I filled back in. When I redid the entrance, I just kind of filled it back in because I needed to, because it was like right here. Let's see. Over here, of course, I flattened out the entrance to make it look like it kind of joins in. Originally, this was like kind of curved up like this, and there was a pillar. I want to say it was like right here. I'll say it was like right here, where that kind of like circle shape is. I think there was another pillar right here. Yeah. And we have the tough gateway. I do still need to get some spruce. I need to get spruce saplings so I can add like a spruce brace here, and I want a big spruce door. And yeah, We got the fireballs, which I still like. You know, they still look pretty nice. Good addition. I mean, again, I need to do some work on the entrance, but that's decoration, and decoration always has like a really low priority for me. Mr. Froggo, still no name. Just hanging out here. We got decorative ores, and that's for doing like walls and stuff. This is all just reserved for decoration. I figured I got plenty of ores just kind of sitting around. Why not? But you can see the junk pile has really reduced. This is just stuff that either I don't have enough of it to make it worth sorting, or some of it's non-stackable, so I need to wait till I have the non-stack filter. Some of it's 16 stack stuff, like got like signs and whatnot, and same with the snowballs. That's waiting on the 16 stack filter. Let's see. Yeah, over here, I don't think I ever really showed it on film or on video, but here, I think it was this block was my disposal lava. I had just like a block of lava there, you know, chuck stuff in when I wanted to destroy it. And yeah. Let's see. Up here is, of course, the brewing room and the enchanter. The brewing room I've only used like maybe 2 or 3 times. I don't really do a lot of brewing. I don't use a lot of potions. Yeah. Yeah, there's just... There is some utility to them, but I really only ever use them for the End Dragon. Like, the Ender Dragon is, like, basically the only time I ever use potions. And, yeah. Don't worry about it. It just goes to a little room where I have, like, some book and quills for, like notes and whatnot that I don't want to put up on the board. Yeah, like long-term stuff as well as stuff I'm not sure I want to build. Like, it's just like an idea book, kind of. Back here we have the enchanting room, which again does not get much use. Since I got librarians, there's not really a point to enchanting. It's just objectively worse. Yeah, maybe if there was stuff you could only get off the enchanting table, that would kind of make it more useful, like long term. But really, it's even if you're starting a world, it's actually probably quicker to set up librarians than it is to set up an enchanting setup where you have to get all like the bookshelves and you know, you get your grindstone together and your anvil for putting like putting enchants together and all that, and getting all the lapis and whatnot, and finding the obsidian and the books and the diamonds. It's probably just faster to set up librarians, which you only need like a couple of books for making lecterns. The skelly spawner. I should probably just shut this thing down, because like I never use it. There's no real point to it. I don't need the bones because I have plenty of excess when it comes to like crops for making bone meal. I don't need the arrows because I have infinity on like and subscribe. So I don't even need that. I don't need the bows. I have so many dispensers already crafted up. I've probably got like 3 stacks of dispensers crafted just from bows that I've put together. But I mean, it's whatever. I just, again, since getting the librarians and getting the trading hall set up, I haven't really needed it for XP, because trade XP is like way faster. Let's see. Back down over here. The board is not missing. It's been moved. I moved it into the storage room between episodes. Down here, this little noodle just kind of dead ends. The only thing of like note is there's another skelly spawner back here, but I didn't do anything with it because I had the one kind of up top that was closer and easier to get to, so I just decided to build off that instead of this one. Over here, we do have the get-up spot. The get-up spot is in case I accidentally fall in. Yeah, I can just come over here And yeah, with netherite gear and protection 4, there's lava is not dangerous once you get that point. Like, sure, it's obscenely dangerous when you first start. You know, even tapping lava can sometimes kill you, but no, once you got your full gear, it's it's totally benign. There's nothing to worry about with lava. Lights are still here, the decorative lights. Again, decoration in me. It's maybe one world that I create. I kind of did it with the relaxing long play world, which I kind of abandoned because I got tired of like Croptopia. It was just adding too many recipes, too many items, things like that. It's eh. But with that one, I did kind of decorate a bit as I went along. But maybe I should make a world where the only time I can build stuff is if I'm decorating it. I have to decorate stuff as I build it. So like XP farms and whatnot would have to be decorated as I build them. Because if I don't, I never get around to it. Down over here is the vault. Yeah. Slimes. Slimes everywhere. Slimes. Oh, so frustrating. But like the little noodles here, just kind of dead end, and yeah, I don't really go anywhere. The vault's still here. Still got my stuff. I I don't think I'll ever do anything with like the safe deposit boxes. They're just decoration. But I might pile some more stuff in here. I got plenty more gold and a ton more redstone. There's a ton of more redstone. What I've been running the tunnel bore, so I have so much more redstone. Let's see. Yeah, portal moved. I already talked about that. I already talked about moving the water source, which I did. I did eventually kind of like grade it and like get rid of the circle look where it was obvious where the water source was. Um, let's see, back up here, up to the crops, we have the bone meal farm, and that's just anytime I get done trading, like doing melon and pumpkin trading, I just dump the excess in there. I have probably 14, I think I have like 14 shulker boxes of pumpkin. I think that's what it is, yeah. Yeah, 10. Because there's the dispenser with 9, 10, and then 4 in there. And then I have like 11 in the of melon. So I don't really need the I don't really need the melons for trading that badly. And of course down here is the pickup zone for carrot, potato, and wheat. And over here is the pickup for pumpkins. That's where all those are. God, I've got more again. I'm gonna have to do some more bone mealing after I finish recording this. I'm gonna have to take all that and bone meal and maybe do some more trading. And yeah, the villager trading hall. Not much has changed. I don't know if these were in here when I first showed it off. That's just so when I'm done trading, I can just come back here and pick up XP. Yeah, because there's all the XP that gets blocked by the job block. Yeah. But nothing else has really changed inside the trading hall. It's all still set up the same way it was. The slime farm, between episodes, I did shut down. I just filled it in with stone because you know you can insta-mine stone. So if I wanted to, I could get this set back up and in no time. But I probably could have done like just stone slabs, but like me, I'm big dumb. I don't call myself a smooth brain for nothing, but yeah, so it's all filled in with stone. I mean, it'd probably only take like 30-40 minutes to get this set back up again, you know, get this all mined out and place down the stone again, or place down the brown mushroom again. The The iron golems are still in there. They're still, like, kind of down there. They're still sealed up. Let's see. We got the entrance. This is, like, one of two entrances to my storage room. The other one's right here. It just connects to the big room. And so this is the way I usually come in from the industrial area. This is the way I come in from, like, the trading area and, like, the main entrance. Over here, yeah, you can see we set up the lava farm. I'm not totally happy with it. I might just, like, cut this in half and then, like, turn it into, like, a horseshoe shape instead. Like take this half and, like, line the walls here and make it into, like, a U shape, horseshoe shape. Then just fill in the rest of this with deep slate. Extra lava buckets. And you can see I did expand the blast furnace and the furnace area between episodes, so yeah. It's all filled in with lava. We got a kitty. This is the bedroom kitty. Oh. Get off the shulker box. Go. And this is just stuff that's getting organized. I got bone blocks, I got andesite, gravel, more redstone, dyes, stuff to break down, leftovers from the building the tunnel bore. I still haven't put those away. Another box of slime. Got yeah, right there. I got another full box of slime blocks, and I got more slime blocks there. Yeah. I think that's about it for the storage. I'm still filling it up. I'm still getting stuff together. Still plenty of room for expansion in here. Over here, this is where the unloader is going to be. This one's going to go straight to the shulker unloader. That's a dump chest for loose items. I need to figure out, like, how I want to work it into this wall and, like, go around this, like, dropper elevator and kind of, like, work its way back in here and all that. I just kind of have to get that sorted. I'm gonna, like, build modules back in the wall for everything and then just use, like, hopper lines to connect them. Bulk storage. I did add gunpowder because I am getting a reasonable enough amount of gunpowder to, like, necessitate bulk storage. I do have wood here, but as long as this isn't hooked up, I need a way to get in. So I don't have that like out like that. Board, of course, board is over here. I might change out the smooth stone for, like, white concrete, maybe, to make it look like a whiteboard. Yeah. Of course, portals over here. I do want to eventually move this into the wall and get kind of decorated a little bit, but I haven't worried about it. But before we go into the nether, let me do the rest of the overworld side. Let's go over here to the industrial area. Again, there's a couple entrances to the industrial area. There's this one right here. This one right here. And there is an entrance from the mines, but we'll get to there later. Over here, like, kind of by this entrance is the cobblestone and stone generator. Let me just, you know, kind of hop in here, line up, and yeah, do that, and then if you need cobblestone, you could just use, like, a fortune pickaxe instead of silk touch. Although you do occasionally get cobblestone with silk touch, it's just weird, like, generation in the stone. Sometimes it's occasionally a piece of cobblestone instead of regular stone. Bamboo farm, the only thing I've changed was I added the crafter to turn it straight into bamboo blocks. I can't remember what I was AFKing for, but I remember coming back from, like, 2 AFK sessions and having this thing completely full with bamboo, as well as, like, the cart being stuck. So, like, I imagine, like, hundreds and hundreds of pieces of bamboo ended up, you know, getting despawned, so I turned it into this, so I wouldn't have to worry as much about losing bamboo. And I guess like stick trade is like it's cheaper if you use regular bamboo, I think, but like I don't care. I have so much bamboo. I don't care if it's not if it's like 80% as efficient or whatever. Um, Sugarcane, I don't really do anything with it. I don't really need paper because I did all the paper trading I needed to get my librarians leveled up. So like, there's not really any. Paper doesn't really have much of a use. And yeah, so it's just occasionally I'll empty it and put it into bulk storage over by the traders, but Snow Golem is still just kind of sitting here, you know. Yeah. Okay, I got Silk Touch there, but yeah. Yeah, he's just not. He hasn't really done anything since I originally farmed him for the Snow Golems for the Shulker farm. So yeah, he'll sit there forever, I guess. Beacon number 2. This one just goes like straight up into the swamp area up top, and put a piece of glass there, so it's not technically outside. Can we see that? Yeah, there's like a piece of glass, like right up here. The amethyst geodes, weirdly, they're not connected at all. They just spawned that close. And yeah, I know. I thought it was kind of neat, so I opened them both up and made. I think they make nice decoration. I think a little bit of a neat addition to the base. Kind of fits the theme. You know, having it dwarfy, having it, you know, a mine like kind of built into the caverns. Yeah. The pixel art, the dwarf face. I need to move it. I need to move it over 1 block to the left. I moved it too far over to the right. I think it was originally like over here, and I moved it like all the way over here. But after looking at it for a while, you know, after seeing it through a couple episodes, I'm like, man, that needs to come over like 1 block to the left. Yeah, it just kind of feels like off center where it's at, and like kind of weird. The sewer tunnel, breaking the illusion. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just it just goes there and it dead ends. It's just to make it look like there's a reason for the infinite water source over here, and that's just the new infinite water source, and that's the entrance to the mine, which I'll get to. There we go. This is also my fishing spot, where, you know, I got my fishing rod, I got my fish and all that, and I just, you know, do a little bit of fishing there. Down in the mines. Come on. This is the other entrance. And yeah, you can see we've really pushed back this tunnel bore. I have not built the mob switch yet, so I'm still using torches to prevent mobs from spawning. I mean, it is what it is. I move the tunnel bore about like 8 blocks, then I come back and retorch. And yeah, we moved it along quite a bit. I think originally, I think the last time you guys saw it, it's probably around here. Like the back end of it was probably around here, because I think the back side of the tunnel bore was, I think it was still either on this obsidian pad, or it was just like a little bit past it, like maybe this far. So yeah, we've moved quite a ways and gotten quite a few more resources. I've broken them down a couple times. Yeah, quite a lot of redstone. Quite a lot of redstone. I think from this, just pushing it that far, I got like 9 stacks of redstone ore. See, this doesn't really go anywhere. it just kind of had this neat little like shelf that I decided to keep intact, and yeah, it just kind of leads up to this little area. I thought this was kind of like a neat looking area. Like it kind of naturally did this. I did like clean up the walls a little bit, but it was just kind of like this flat little area here, and I was like, hey, it's kind of neat. And I just kind of cleaned it up, and you know, now it's just a part of the base. And just this little area back here. This is of course for preventing iron golems from spawning. The noodles just kind of wrap around. There's so many noodles around here. There are so many noodles. So many of them also like wrap around on themselves and each other. So yeah, this one just kind of like wraps all the way around and goes back to the industrial area here. Let's see. Over here in the corner is the gunpowder farm. It's still cranking out gunpowder. You know, you get your periodic creepers coming down, and yeah, it's a little bit more productive at during the day than it is at night because, of course, you know, stuff on the surface, you know, mobs that are on the surface end up getting killed. But yeah, I do periodically have to kind of like walk away and go back to the like the trading hall and come back, so like stuff despawns and whatnot. And, yeah, but no, still plugging away, get me plenty of gunpowder. The villager breeder is still shut down, but I still, of course, you can hear I still got plenty of villagers over there. Let me actually just kind of go back here, just so they're not humming. The villager breeder, I don't think I'm going to set it back up, but I do need to grab 2 villagers, because I think for the mob switch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the zombie villager mob switch, where you take a villager and you trade with them once, and that prevents them from despawning as zombie villagers. You trade with them once, and you convert them to a zombie villager, and that both prevents them from despawning and keeps them in the mob cap. So I need maybe like 70 of them that I gotta move like somewhere in the world. I don't know, like move them to somewhere. Jeez, come on, zoom out. Jeez, zoom out. Like move them somewhere in the world where I'm just never gonna go. Like probably not near 0, because I don't want it constantly loaded, but like somewhere over here, I guess, like in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, accidentally threw it. And yeah, just connect it to the end with like or not the end, the nether, with like a chunk loader. Let's see. Honey farm is still just producing honey. Actually, I should probably refill these. Still just plugging away at the honey, but I was originally gonna make a honey vader, but then I was like, where to? Like I was gonna make a honey vader like up, but I was like, okay, where? This does not line up with the top of the top of the world. You can off there we go. You can see like the entrance is like, I want to say the entrance is like right here. So I can see we're pretty far off. Yeah, so I was like, okay, like I can't like build a honey vader back to the top because it just does not line up at all. Yeah, so it just making honey. Eventually, I might figure out something to do with it, but for now, it's just doing its job, making honey, and that's about it. Ooh, I must have, yeah, I must have lost some glass bottles somewhere along the way. I think I was AFK one time, and I think it might have been while I was I think it was while I was getting slimes, slime blocks. That I did not bother unloading anything, so this must have backed up. I think I'm pretty sure it did. The iron farm, man, I don't know what I want to do about the iron farm. Because, like, where it is, it's preventing me from building in like a huge radius around it, like all the way in here. It's preventing me from building farms that are like that aren't like completely slabbed over or like have redstone dust or stuff to make it non-spawnable. It's like, God, I don't know. I don't know if I want to move it or I just want to tear it down because I don't I don't think I'm gonna need like a lot more iron. Not like for a future project, but I don't think I'll need a lot more iron. I could probably have like 15 shulker boxes of like iron. So I don't know. I don't know. Hey, it's been storming around here, so my doggo's been sleeping under my desk. So he's big snoozing right now. But yeah, so I don't know if I want to like move this, maybe move it, maybe even move it to the end, or if I just want to tear it down. I don't know. Like I don't know how much more iron I'm really ever gonna need. Like I don't think I will actually need like 15 shulker boxes of iron. Yeah. Let's see, is that it? Kitties. Kitties that I've bred for. I was breeding for the gunpowder farm for the creeper farm, but now they're just kind of hanging out. Those are ones that I didn't use. I was originally going to make it 7 layers thick, so I bred up like 15 of them. But I only made it 5 layers thick, and you can see we got like the 4 left over, and we got the other kitty in the bedroom. I think, is that it for the overworld? I think so. It's like all my primary farms. It's all like this area right here. There's not really anything that's like hidden or whatever. I built it all here. The only thing that's hidden is the book. I think that's it. Let me go over to the nether then. Yeah, we'll face this way. You can see I moved the portal. It was originally like right here. I moved the portal so it's facing. So if I'm facing the wall, I go straight in. If I'm not facing the wall, I come out. Yeah, just depends on where I need to go. Over here, this ladder goes all the way to the nether roof, and let me turn off cave mode again. And you can see there's nothing there. It just goes to the nether roof. I built it because I was originally thinking about building a ghast farm up here. And then I was like, wait a second. I do not have powder snow, and I don't have wither roses. So... rip. Yeah, because I don't have any chickens. Because usually for me to get a pile of wither roses, I'll make a machine that it's like it'll be inside of a tunnel and it'll be completely sealed off, and I'll flip a switch and it'll dump a bunch of chickens into a hole that has like a wither that's just waiting for one skull already built, and then I'll just like let's like go above it and pop the head on top of the wither once all the chickens have grown up. Because baby chickens don't give you wither roses, but full-grown chickens do. So yeah, that's how I usually do it. I'll set up an egg farm, and I'll get like 10 shulker boxes of eggs, and I'll come out with like 100, 200 wither roses. But yeah, I didn't have anything, so I couldn't really build anything. The only thing that's up there is like the hole, a block of obsidian with a torch on top of it. That's pretty much it. Let's see. The stronghold is still up here. Original entrance was over here. And yeah, this was the original entrance that I put in. Oh god. I swear, I thought it'd be the shadow. I was like, wait, is that Wither Skeleton? Yeah, just kinda... But new entrance is over here. And it's just where I place this torch. Hold on. Yeah, new entrance is like from here. You go up the staircase. And then you just go and follow the torch. And yeah, that puts you right up here. And if you follow the torches, it'll take you to the blaze spawner. But I haven't turned it into a farm because I'm not really using potions. And I still have plenty of ender chests. I still have like 16 ender chests. And I have like another 30 blaze powder-ish in my brewing stand. And I have another like 70, 80 blaze rods. I haven't really needed to turn it into a farm. Come on, move. And let's see. This path right here will take us to stronghold number 1. I've thought about extending this, like just extending this out to basically like meet up directly with this portal over here. Like just extend that and then like turn it 90 degrees and just have it connect directly to this portal with like a door here so I can get into the mines. Yeah, this is the blast mines. That's where the last episode I was blasting out for the ancient debris. And then there's like tunnel 1, tunnel 2, and then, you know, tunnel 3's back there. Man, it really zooms in. It really, really zooms in there. But yeah, there's tunnel 3, and still have plenty to blast out if I need more. But yeah, stronghold number 1 we'll get to. I think, yeah, we'll get to stronghold number 1 at the end because that's the portal to the end. There's also stronghold number 2. And that one is kind of a convoluted way to get to. I haven't done like a fast path to it yet. I just kind of chipped away at like the walls and made like block bridges and whatnot to get to it. But it actually, you've got to go through the stronghold right now to get to it. Actually, I think this way is like a tiny bit faster. Yeah, instead of going through there, you go through here. And then you come up the staircase. And it's right here. And I have this blocking off the area because wither skeletons often spawn up here. Yeah, I just have that blocked off so they don't like come chase me. This is just kind of a long tunnel path that I've like burrowed in. I could like I said, I could probably make it like much faster by making like a waypoint at the portal and then a waypoint at the entrance, the entrance portal, and just like connecting them that way. But for this kind of like weaves around a little bit of a convoluted way. I dug there in the overworld, so I knew I just had to go like east, like pretty far east and then south, so that's pretty much what I did. I just burrowed a tunnel straight east and then straight south when I got somewhere I recognized. Hey, rude. Go away. Oh, man. And yeah, the original portal was right here. Like, yeah, it was like right here. But for some reason, at some point, it delinked with the stronghold portal and just made a portal like in a cave. And so I ended up moving the portal over here, so it's lined up with the coordinates. I think it's this way you face. Nope. Yeah. But this is stronghold number 2. I've knocked all this out. Again, this was for a gravity block duper, but when I went to put in like the mushrooms here, like I knocked out the hole, I planted the mushroom, I bone mealed it. It did not destroy the end portal frames, so yeah. Unfortunately, I have to use the the same method for blowing a hole in the bedrock ceiling, where you have to like throw like a piston there with a TNT on top of it, obsidian block here. I think building block on top of that, or no, TNT on top of that. Or no, it's upward facing piston, TNT block, obsidian block, building block, TNT on top of that. On the building block, you put a switch, and on the obsidian, you put a trap door, and you flip the switch, get under the trap door. I think that the trap door is just to prevent you from taking damage. Like, I don't think it's actually needed. And then you like go to like spam click to replace the piston, and you can do that with these blocks as well. Apparently, I think that's the current solution according to like technical Minecraft. I just have to like again, I have to gather more TNT. I used all of my TNT blasting a hole in the nether roof. I was so unlucky with placing that piston. I used all my spare TNT. I think I used like 20 some spare TNT. Blasting that one hole. That's why I need a bunch of sand. I need a couple stacks of sand so I can blast all of these. And yeah. Then I can build a sand duper, and then I won't have to worry about sand or concrete or gravel or anything like that. I know some people don't like it. They give that argument a herp a derp. Why don't you just play creative? To me, that's like the same mentality as the people who say, "Oh, you didn't beat Dark Souls because you used summons, or you used a bleed build, or you used this thing. You used you're not good at PvP. You just use an S stock," like that mentality. And I'm just like, shut up. I don't have to like follow like the arbitrary rules that you've like made up for dumb reasons to cope about like you sucking at a game or something. Like like cope harder. Uh But yeah, it's that same mentality of you didn't do it the way I approve of, therefore you didn't do it for real. Just blow me. Yeah, like the only like mentality that I have like that is like actual cheating, like actually using like spin bots in like PvP games or whatever, because that's like you are legitimately playing by a different rule set there. Like you are playing by a completely different rule set than everyone else. So, yeah. But back to stronghold number 1. Now we can go to the Nether. That's really all there is in the yeah, we can go to the end. That's really all that I have in the Nether. Usually I build a lot more farms in the Nether, but like I just haven't this time around. Usually I will build a, let's see, I'll do like a wither skeleton farm, I'll do a gold farm, I'll do a piglin gotcha farm, I'll do sometimes I'll do a ghast farm. I'll do a froglight farm, but like this time around, I haven't. Like, yeah. Head into the stronghold here, and again, this is now just stronghold number 1, and I've blocked it up, so this is the only thing in here. Like I've cut out all the exits. I think it's like through this way to get back into the rest of the stronghold, but yeah, now it's just the entrance to the end. Here's my weird, like, half in, half out obsidian pad. Like, it's half in the structure, half out. Like, usually it's one or the other, but not both. Oh well. Throw you on there. The Ender is just, I haven't bothered decorating. It's just the typical drop shoot Ender. It's got the spawn platform with the Endermite in the minecart with like the held up by the iron bar with a carpet on top. And down here, you can see I don't really do the carpet thing because there's nothing else that can spawn here. Like Enderman cannot spawn in like a 2 block high place, so there's no reason to like fill this in with carpets. It's I used just like I think I used like netherrack or something as like a filler block to, you know, pillar up 2, then build the next ring, then pillar up 2, build the next ring, pillar up 2. That as I was going, just like knocking out the blocks below me. But yeah, that's just bottom slabs to keep the Enderman from spawning. Yeah. Okay, over here at the bowl, this is like a future project, maybe. I've got the Wither Suffocator area dug out where you just put like the obsidian blocks in like a T, and then you have them spawn inside the bedrock, and that'll suffocate him. But I've only done like 2 withers, so like I haven't really needed it because I don't have like a wither skeleton farm. I'm not at the point where I need like industrial level wither killing. uh, I I think I can't remember if it was Smooth Brain SMP or SMP. I think it was SMP 1 that I did build like a wither killer because I had like this huge wither skeleton farm, and I had like, yeah, it was on SMP 1 because I needed it for my pyramid because I had 81 beacons inside the pyramid. Um, yeah, yeah, I had 81 beacons in the pyramid to completely cover it with every single like boost. Yeah. Um, all right. Over here, you can see the platform. That's where I almost fell off. I was so close. I can't remember if it was like I think it was this block or this block that like I got squeezed. Yeah, I got squeezed out of the end gateway, and I just managed to hit like the edge of the block. Like I was like here, like I was like 1 pixel on the block, and I was like, nope, we are building a platform there. And then I had to tunnel my way out, but now I just have, ooh, jeez, now I just have rockets and an elytra. The path to the shulker farm, it's kind of far by foot because I had to go through like a bunch of end islands, but really it's right here. It's actually only like a couple 100 blocks away, but it's just, you know, having to put down all the blocks to get across by foot, all that. And the only change I made to the shulker farm is I got rid of the AFK room because I just was not happy with it. With like sure, if you have an elytra, you can get into it pretty easy, but I would always not have my elytra because I didn't really have rockets. So it's just a pain. It was just a pain to get in. So instead, I just built a hole. Like that's it. And I periodically come by and I'll AFK for a couple hours, you know, editing a video or watching some YouTube and all that, and then I'll just, you know, come back and, you know, get some shulkers. It's not as productive as the shulker farm on SMP 1, or not SMP 1, Smooth Brain SMP. It's not as productive. That one, I think I only ever had to AFK on it twice because like, and that was supplying the entire server with shulker boxes. Like I was supplying like 6 people with shulker boxes. Because like one overnight AFK session was enough to get me like 4 double chests of shulker boxes or shulker shells, and this one, it's like an overnight gets me like maybe a part of a double chest, like 3/4 of a double chest. So yeah. Yeah, I think it was the updates they made to the shulker, like shulker bullets for like duplicating shulkers. I think there was a change in 1.21.5 because the it's so much less productive than they used to be. Uh, but yeah, I think I think that's about it. There's like a couple like other little tiny places, like places I go, um, like places I go to mine out materials. There's a couple little areas where I've like used it to mine out um, granite or like diorite or andesite. Little pockets of tuff that I've taken out, but hey, nothing really special, nothing that's built. So I think that'll about do it. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.